Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Three Buck Theater, and I just want to say, may the fourth be with you. That's right. Happy Star Wars Day, and it's a good day. It's a good day to be a Star Wars fan. I have to honestly admit that Disney did a pretty good job by handling Star Wars news and Star Wars content today. There's actually a lot to go through, a surprisingly large amount of content to go through that shows you that they do still care about the brand, even if there has been quite a few missteps in regards to the sequel trilogy. We are now beyond that. We are now past that. And the first Star Wars Day past Rise of Skywalker is actually a really solid day for a multitude of reasons. One, we obviously got the series finale to the Clone Wars. Yes, a lot of people were able to see it early. If you were able to get access to a VPN in New Zealand, you could watch it. I did. It was really good. When it hit Disney Plus last night at midnight, I watched it again and loved it even more the second time. And immediately following that, I watched the making of The Mandalorian, the first episode in the Disney Gallery series that they're putting out there, which really touched upon the 5 directors that worked on the first season. And that was great. That was an amazing, amazing little 45-minute introduction into the world building and the creation of The Mandalorian, at least through the creatives that helmed it. And what was really awesome about that was there's this little story that Bryce Dallas Howard tells about how when she was 5, she went to Japan with her father, because, like you do. And she ended up going to a dinner with her father, Ron Howard, George Lucas, and Akira Kurosawa. And she doesn't really remember it because she fell asleep during it. But that just goes to show you, like, the kind of cool things you get to hear about with these particular situations. Not only that, but Dave Filoni goes through how he got the job at Lucasfilm. And trust me, I had a smile on my face the whole time he was telling that story. He is through and through a Star Wars kid, well into his 40s, and he has earned the mantle of the chosen one. And there's a reason why they should give him the keys to the kingdom. In fact, Dave Filoni was even on Good Morning America today to discuss the Clone Wars and to discuss a little bit about things. Mostly, from what I could tell, watching the 2-minute interview that they gave us, it was a bit more about the Mandalorian versus anything else. I was thinking that because it's Good Morning America, they were probably going to touch upon the Mandalorian season 2, maybe give us a trailer. They didn't, unfortunately, but I do understand that. However, apparently there is a full interview with Filoni. I can't find it on the website, but it might be there. And I do recommend, if you can, go and check it out, because anytime that guy gets to geek out about Star Wars, it makes, I think, all of us who are diehard Star Wars fans, our days just a little bit better, because we know that ultimately, at least from what it appears to be television wise, the franchise is in good hands creatively on that front. And hopefully the movies will be. And that actually leads into the big news of the day, like the really big news, not all the news, but the real big news is that Taika Waititi is going to be co-writing and directing the next Star Wars feature film. So he's working on it with the co-writer of 1917, and he's going to be tackling it. We don't know any details about the movie yet. All we know is that Taika's going to come in and he's going to be making this movie. And if you watch, again, the Disney Gallery Mandalorian director's bit, they interview Taika, and he talks about like his upbringing and how he approached comedy and how he even approached humor in The Mandalorian in order to make like the opening scene with the 2 stormtroopers, and like how funny that was, and all the other little hilarious bits that were in the episode, but not feel overdone. And I think what he's going to do is be able to breathe some humor into Star Wars while maybe also maintaining a bit more of a somber tone, like he did with Jojo Rabbit. It was hilarious. And I mean, the content, the storyline, where it set, the setting of Jojo Rabbit is insane. It's one of those things where you don't think you'd ever see a movie about making fun of having Hitler as an imaginary friend, but he did. And it's a very good movie. So I'm very happy to see that Taika Waititi is going to be working on this. Obviously it's going to come out after Thor Love and Thunder, which is set to start filming, I believe, later this year, to come out next year. Or no, I think now it's 2022, which means that his movie is probably going to be the December 2022 film, although the website did say that there was right now nothing going on with that. Like, they don't have a date yet. Even though they've given us a date, this apparently is not that. Maybe. We don't know. We're going to wait to find out more. It does look like, though, Celebration is probably going to get postponed. So who knows when that information is going to come down the pipeline. But they also confirmed that Leslie Headland is going to be writing and show running and executive producing a show on Disney Plus. Again, no details on that front, but we'll have to wait and see for more information on that. Hopefully things are going to be good. I still think it's potentially going to be a Dr. APHRA series. And I say that because also today, Disney released digitally Dr. APHRA Volume 1. This was supposed to come out, I believe, on May 27th. It's supposed to hit retailers. And they had talked about doing a digital version early, but that ended up kind of going away. And now the first issue, which doesn't come out for a few more weeks, is available for free for you to read today if you want, which is actually pretty cool because I've heard nothing but good things about that comic and I wanted to dive in to reading it. Not only that, but we got an update, a free update for Jedi Fallen Order. And I was actually wanting to play this last night. I was looking at my PS4 going like, hey, maybe I'll pop on some Jedi Fallen Order. But then I'm like, man, I'd really love to just play like an arena mode or something. I just want to be able to play the combat because that part's a lot of fun. Lo and behold, today, I didn't even think about it, Respawn dropped a full-on update, which allows for a whole bunch more cosmetic items as well as more or less your own challenges. You get to create your own challenges. You get to put your own enemies in there, crank up the difficulty, add whatever you want to add to it. And it's really going to do a lot to push the longevity of this game while we wait for Jedi Fallen Order 2, whenever that might be coming. My theory on that is probably 2022, right before the release of Taika Waititi's movie. So if you really think about it, like while there was no announcement of the Star Wars Rebels animated series sequel that we've been hearing rumors about, while there was no more announcements involving Obi-Wan or Cassian Andor, we did get potentially a little spoiler, and I'm just saving this one towards the end. So over on the Scum and Villainy podcast, the rumor has it today, and I haven't been able to find the video, but there was an actor who was on Mandalorian season 2 who was dropping some spoilers. And I just want to say this, if you don't want to know any more information, don't listen past this. But apparently he dropped the info that Rosario Dawson is Ahsoka Tano and she was there, and Tamara Morrison is going to be Commander Rex. Now, I'd heard the Commander Rex rumor a while ago, and I talked about it a while ago, and I believe this one to be true. It just feels like, given everything they're trying to do right now in regards to Star Wars and fan service and Filoni and how he's really taking over the TV side of things in regards to telling the stories he wants to tell and how he wants to tell it, with Favreau acting as a creative director as well, because they work so well together. This does seem to make the most amount of sense. And all things considered, I am 100% here for it. So if you think about it, May the 4th, 2020 is a solid day. It's a really good day. There's a lot of Star Wars news there to digest. There's a lot of Star Wars content to watch on Disney Plus. Also, The Rise of Skywalker is now on Disney Plus. All 9 movies are there, as well as Rogue One. So you can binge Star Wars to your heart's content. I actually spent this morning watching Star Wars Rebels, because I'm going through a rewatch now, and I watched it with my kids, and I had a lot of fun just hanging out watching Rebels and going back into that world and getting back into those characters, because I just love being a Star Wars fan. Despite some of the problems with upper management, I'm still a huge fan of the brand. I'm still a huge fan of the franchise, and I can't wait to see what comes next. And today was all good. It was all gravy. It was all great for me. You might feel differently, and that's entirely okay. But I do want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your opinions. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think that Disney nailed it on May the 4th, or is there more they could have done? Does it feel a shortcoming to you? What are your thoughts on the series finale of the Clone Wars? Did you watch the behind the scenes Mandalorian bit? Let me know your thoughts on that one, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you again for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day, and peace out.